Hi there, nice you're watching. Today is going to be a bit different. Usually I work in art journals, but in between I sometimes create a canvas, and in this video I will give you an overview of all my paintings from 2024. So let's start with the small ones from 20 by 20 centimeter. So the smaller ones are created on plywood, and the first ones I will show you are some mixed media projects that are actually done for a Belgian online school called Labo Arte, and they had asked me to host an online class, a Zoom session, and I created some landscapes on the go using pieces of paper, using a painted background and some pattern paper. And this is also one from that class. I even used some book pages, so there's text in the landscape, but I don't mind it. I think it's really fun. And this one is also, I love that very much. We got that once from IKEA, and it's packaging paper for a round glass. It was for our little jars for herbs. So I love working with paper and combining all kinds of colors, and I want the landscapes to be very simple. Like, you can already see it's a landscape by drawing a horizon line and having a sky part and a ground part, and then it's actually a landscape. And these landscapes are all looking quite Dutch. It's all kind of flat. Here are some small mountain-like shapes. Here is more like a seascape. So that's the way I work when I work intuitively on a landscape. Mostly I don't want many things in it. I want to have it like spacious and no trees, just flat, and I want to have view in the landscape. So these ones are all, well, quite simple, but exciting. I think they are exciting though. Mm. Oh. And these were the ones that I found in the attic. And these were the ones that I've been creating yesterday. And I only used the pellet knife for these ones. So I didn't use any paper at all. And it's a bit of a continuation. Last year I created 4 little paintings, the same size as this, the same plywood. And I made a set of a series of Christmas cards, or actually winter cards, and there are winter landscapes in those. I will show you. So these are the cards that I've been creating last year. And you see, I am using the same techniques, but with other colors, other contrasts, but the color palette is quite the same. I'm still in love with this palette. So I think when I'm having an exhibition, I can easily use all these paintings for this one. You see, there's a tree in it, yes. And here are some, well, I think it's like a seascape thing again. So these are the cards that I've been creating last year, and they are in this size. And there's another video I will add it in the end screen so you can see my paintings of last year. And there were a lot of larger paintings last year. This year I did, well, I was really surprised by the amount of paintings that I created. I thought I only did art journaling, but there's still so much. I had a small commission of painting 2 cats of my sister-in-law. So this was a commission by Anthony's sister. They had 2 cats. They're now living in Spain. And this one died a couple of years ago. It was Bisou. And this one was called Bowie, and he died this last summer. And she wanted to have a nice memory of her cats, which are lovely cats. And so she gave me 2 pictures, and I painted them from the reference picture. it was really great to do also because these colors were a bit like in the picture, but I exaggerated a little bit. And this one was a very dark background, and I wanted them to be diptych, so I kept the same colors for both of the cats. It was really fun to work on those lovely cats. So thank you. So we go from small to large, and this is the painting Winter Tree. I often do the palette knife painting class in my studio here, and this was a wooden panel that I used for another project, but then I needed to give the students an example how to create a simple landscape with the roller and palette knife. So this was kind of my working object for that day. And it was really great because it was almost finished. And yesterday I put the last hand on it and I created this winter tree. And I did some more details in the landscape. But you see, sometimes good things are going fast. And yesterday I finished 3 or 4 paintings. So it was really like doing homework. I have to make a video about my paintings, and I have a couple of those that are almost finished, and I want to show them to you. But I need to do something, some little things, and this one was really a good example of you can really make it in a fast way if the base is already good and the colors are already good. And yeah, so I am really in love with this painting. It's 20 by 40 centimeters, and by the way, all these paintings are for sale, so if you are interested you can always send me an email to luz@luzartworks.com. Of course, the cats were a commission, so they aren't for sale. They are going to Spain. So these three I created earlier this year with the palette knife, and they are kind of abstract compositions. All the other ones, except the cats, are landscapes, but these ones are abstract compositions, and it makes me think a little of Rothko, the color fields. I also created an online class called Beyond Color Fields, and if you want to learn more about composition, it's not working with the palette knife, but it is working with layering and composition and printing techniques. So that might be a great choice for you. And you could find that class at braveart.academy, and I will put the link down below in the description. This one, measuring 40 by 40, is the one that I've been creating for my online class, Painting with a Palette Knife. It was really fun to create this one for the online class, and you can also find the class at Brave Art Academy. I will put the link down below for that class as well. And then you learn all the specific techniques for the palette knife, and it's only about painting landscapes. So if you want to use the palette knife technique for other things, you could also do this course, but it's we do a landscape, I do this landscape, and you see it step by step how I created this piece. But also it's big fun because you learn how, for example, I created these things that I've already shown you here in this one. It's really fun to do this, but even these small trees in the distance I painted with the palette knife. So yeah, it's really fun to explore more about this amazing tool. And I'm very proud of this painting. I think it's the best one from this year. And this is the largest one, measuring 50 by 50. And it's fitting exactly on the screen, so it's good. Otherwise we had to do something else with showing you the paintings. This one I also finished yesterday, and it has a funny story. Like almost every painting, but this one has an extra funny story because this was actually a canvas that a student of mine gave to me. She was working on a project, and it was a Japanese geisha, and she wanted to do the geisha on this canvas. She wanted to create this geisha, and it's from a Dutch painter called Tini Bogaert. And she struggled with the hands, and she said, I don't want to paint the hands. So then the composition went totally wrong, because if there are no hands, that also this isn't, well, it's not properly, well, you can't do that. So after a couple of times she worked on it. She's normally working like this with a pellet knife and using lots of paints, and here she created, well, she wanted to continue painting for a couple of weeks, so that was a good study for her. But finally she decided to put the canvas away, and she gave it to me. She left it here, and she said, maybe you want to try it. But I've already tried it. So I tried it on this page, and I can't say it's fully done, but I'm satisfied with it. But the colors also that my student used were much brighter and better, and the face isn't already good. But this was my, well, my attempt to paint this woman, and I think for art journal is good enough. So maybe I'll leave it this way. Maybe I will do some small changes, but I think it's good. But anyway, this canvas stayed here, and it had a very dark background, and there was already a lot of paint, because most of the time Marianne overpaints her work, and then there are a lot of layers underneath, so it's very heavy. And yeah, I thought I'd just try something with the palette knife, and then this seascape was appearing, and I think there's almost nothing left of the original Gisha painting. But whatever, she said you can keep the canvas, and yesterday I continued working and did the finishing touches. And at first there was a little yellow here left, a little orange, but I wanted to go for my favorite pink and blue color palette. So this is the final painting that I wanted to share with you. So it would be very nice to hear from you. What is your favorite painting? And next year, I want to do more painting, and maybe I want to do an exhibition, but I want to create first a good series of landscapes. That's where I'm at right now. So I want to do some larger things too, but combined with traveling and a lot of things that I have to do for art journaling, I just sometimes don't have enough time. So I want to, well, do more with painting in 2025. So this will be a larger video next year. I hope to see you next time again. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next video. I see you then. Bye bye.